two quarterbacks who will be trying to lead their team to victory. It's the Rams going up against the Jaguars. With that, let's get up to Everbank Field in Jacksonville. Here are Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Larry, thanks. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Sunshine State and Everbank Field here in Jacksonville. Straight ahead, we've got a good one on tap here between the Los Angeles Rams and the Jacksonville Jaguars. Greg Zuerlein now. He'll handle the honors to get us started. And off we go from Jacksonville. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And in the end, the decision to bring it out costs him a few yards as he's out of bounds just past the 20. They come out here in the I. The drive begins with a run by Ivory. And he is going to lose yardage here. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. And the offense there, the O-line, everybody really on offense, they were just manhandled at the point of attack.
Yeah, you could pretty much call them all out, couldn't you? Almost by name, right? That was a very tough sequence for the offensive line. But how about that defensive front creating a new line of scrimmage and creating a lost yardage possibility?
Here we go now. Blue 45.
Here's Ivory. And he goes across the 20 to the 22. 4 yards on the pickup there, and now they're left with a 3rd and 8. Now look at the starting unit, and here's to you, Mr. Robinson.
Oh, I like that one. Allen Robinson, I love coming out of Penn State. Everyone kept telling me he's not fast enough, and I kept pointing to the film and saying, yes, but he catches everything. He's definitely a threat.
Z. Here we go now. Blue 45. Blue 45.
Now a first carry here for Robinson. And he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. Okay, look at this. The punt team nowhere to be found. They're on this offense going to go for this on the opening drive. And now the Rams are going to halt things as they want a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Bortles in the offense remains put on the field. They're going to go for it on 4th.
Here we go now. Blue 45. Blue. Ace. Z. Here we go. Green 90.
Here we go on 4th down with Bortles. He'll rifle this one into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Trumaine Johnson. And his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line.
Naturally, we're going to say it was a poor pass, but the defensive guys say it was just a great play by them. They broke on the football, picked it off, and gave some momentum to their team.
And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And the D looking like they may blitz. It's a 5-receiver set. 3 to the left, 2 to the right.
Leopard! Here we go now. Green, 39. Green.
After the interception, here's Goff. Over the middle, he hits Austin. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. On second down, here's Goff. He's got time in the pocket. He sets to fire deep. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. And time to take a look at the Jaguar defense.
Jonathan Cyprien didn't have a big name coming into the league, but people know who he is now. A very fast center fielder of a safety.
So a second down incompletion now brings up third down.
Let's go. Green, 39.
Throwing on third. Goff. And they'll set up the screen to Gurley. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. The offense staying out. They're going to go on 4th and 2.
They dialed up the screen pass on third down, and for a second it looked like it was all going to come together, and they had a chance to pick up a first down, but the defense got there and finished it off.
It'll be a gain of 6, and on 4th down they're able to convert and move the sticks. Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. And some extras coming up on the line here, readying for the blitz. They'll try and run with their fullback. And he stopped immediately there. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
That's someone who's pretty happy right there. That's the defense coordinator. Body after body getting to him before he can get started.
And ready now for 2nd and 9.
Let's go. Green, 39. Green, 39. Philly. Here we go. Leopard. Here we go now. Green, 39. Detroit.
They'll bring a tight end in motion left. Now on 2nd down, this is Gurley. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains.
Whenever we meet with coaches, and they always talk about wanting to establish.
Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. And that's their second charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining. So the offense has it 1st and 10.
Here we go now. Green, look now. Lucky 56. Lucky 56. Lucky 56. Here we go.
First touch of the game here for Benny Cunningham. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Big boys down there in the trenches, and a nice play to stop them cold. Nothing there.
Yeah, when you talk about big boys, you're talking about those defensive tackles, those nose tackles. They're not just big, they're immense. And what a big-time play there.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They'll try the air now with Goff. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. He was looking for the tight end Lance Kendricks there. And it'll be 3rd and 10 now. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. And my goodness, they're now out of timeouts here in this first quarter. Here comes the 8th play of the drive, and they need a full 10 yards on 3rd down. So here we go now. An extra defensive back in there on 3rd and 10. From the gun on 3rd down, Goff. He's got time. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. So on 4th down, Goff will yield to Greg Zuerlein for the field goal try. This from 44 yards out, left hash. And Zuerlein's kick is good. And that'll do it for the first quarter of play. Back live now to begin the second quarter with Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin. It's the Rams with a football to get us going, as we'll see one following the score on the final play before break. Zuerlein out now to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious, because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. They start on the ground with Ivory. And he'll take this one up close to the 25-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
A 1-yard gain can look like a disaster, but it all depends on how the game is going. Is it a series of 1-yard gains running the ball? If that's the case, you might have to start thinking about throwing it a little bit more. But if it's just the occasional 1-yard run, hey, congratulations to the defense. They won that one. Come back and get them the next time.
They come out here in the eye. Ivory. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. Only a gain of a couple there. That leaves them needing about 7 here on 3rd down.
In order to play really good run defense when you're playing a 3-4, those 3 guys up front, the nose tackle and the guys they call the defensive ends, they're usually big people, because they're going to have to eat up a lot of blockers. Because usually
trying to get it to Robinson, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Alec Ogletree. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line. The Rams offense now, they get set and head back onto the field. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
Possible run anticipation. Here's the D-line sandwiches together. And he takes it into the end zone across the chalk. Now, there is a flag down, but I think that's offsides on the defense.
Yeah, I think that's going to stand, partner.
Now Greg Zuerlein on for the extra point. It's up and good, and that'll increase their lead to 10-zip. Now after the touchdown, it's Zuerlein. He'll kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. Here comes the Jaguars offense as they get set here. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Charles, sidestepping for a minute. Looking back to Sunday, we saw some clock management issues. You look at the Indianapolis game, the Dallas game, and how that shook down. But when you're a player or coach in those situations late, how hard is it to be aware of what's going on? Because it's easy for us sitting on the couch to critique.
It's a lot harder than maybe we give credit to, because heat of the moment, the anxiety levels have gone sky high. The competitive juices are flowing. A lot of coaches keep cards with them. They tell them when to, how you're supposed to use the clock down the stretch. You don't always get the math right. That's why I think a lot of teams now are going to go to having someone designated in the press box to handle clock management issues and advise the head coach, because they should be able to think clearer up there rather than down on the sidelines where the heat is really rising.
Bortles now on first down, surveying the field, and it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
As tight ends go, he might not provide the super flashy plays very often, but he's pretty reliable. Usually an excellent target and normally catches what's thrown to him, but he didn't on that play.
They come up in an empty set. 4 wide receivers, 1 tight end. Bortles will try again on second down. Under pressure, he's going to go down. Look at this, way back around the 43. 2 minutes to go here in the first half. Back with more from Jacksonville. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back after this. And the defense will try and pin their ears back and get pressure again here after the sack. It's third down. On third and long, it's Bortles. Now he's hit, and Bortles fumbled. It's loose. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
And it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that. On the draw, Goff gives to Gurley. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Really held him to a short gain on that one, and it almost felt like on that first.
And now the Jags defense deciding to call a timeout. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. And the defense definitely showing blitz here. The one running back is Gurley.
Set. Green 39. Green 39.
Now they'll run it on the toss. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he's brought down. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
And that run was what a lot of people call an explosive run.
And now the Jags going to signal for another timeout. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. First down and 10 now for the offensive group. The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass. Cunningham. And he's going to push his way down to about the 12. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
Again, Cunningham here on the ground. And he is going to lose yardage here. He lost 2 there, and it's third down. Now hang on here. Timeout called by the defense. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. third down, they'll run it with Gurley. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave them with a fourth down.
But this was just simply excellent defense. On this third down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football, and they just swarmed and stopped them for almost no gain.
Now it's Zerline to try the Ram field goal. And they're not going to get the kick off in time. So they won't get a touchdown, but here's a chance to at least get 3 to end the first half. From the left hash, it's a 36-yard attempt. That'll push the lead up to 13-0. So the drive stalls out, but they are able to put 3 points on the board.
Yeah, just a yard or two shorter than an extra point, so no problems converting there.
After the made field goal, Zerline back out there now to send this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And there's a flag on the play. And the kick goes outside the white lines. That's why the flag comes out.
Yes, and that was an error by the kicker, and it will give the offense great starting field position.
So the D-line's going to spread out. They come out here in the eye. Goff turns and gives to Gurley. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
To throw on second down is gone. Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. Malik Jackson with a great push up front. He picks up the sack and a loss of 8. So a defensive brain lapse there and an encroachment penalty.
Sometimes when you don't watch the football and make sure that it's snapped, you're watching the offensive player, and they can influence you occasionally and look like they're getting ready to move, and the officials don't detect it.
Third and long. It's gone. Got a man. It's his tight end, Lance Kendricks. 18 yards there and a first down.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
Britt goes in motion left. On first down, it's Gurley. Look at the spin. And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Doesn't matter who you're rooting for in this game. The effort of the man with the football getting away from one and trying to turn forward and get some yardage. I really liked what he did there.
So now 11 yards to go for this offensive unit. It's second down. Here's Goff now on second down. That's complete to his tight end. This is Lance Kendricks. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that's going to make it third down and less than a yard.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
Well, they get the completed pass, but still have more to go here on third down. They come out with one back and three tight ends. And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively. Now Goff will hand this one to Gurley. They only get two there, but on third and one, that's all they needed to keep the drive going.
I always appreciate runners who understand situations. That was just third and inches. No reason to dance around in the backfield and try and break off a bigger play. Just go pick up the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
Now the offense lining up first and 10. Defense showing blitz. In motion, the tight end. And they'll send the slot in motion left. Gurley again here on first down. And he'll get down to about the 26-yard line. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a second and 2. See if they stay on the ground for second down. And the offense moving quickly to the line.
Let's go! 3-19! All right, now look at no. Check. Patriot! All right, here we go.
Here comes carry number 10 for Gurley. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. It's a loss of 2, now third down.
And frankly, Brandon, we're talking about things I'm not sure we ever thought we'd talk about in the NFL. And a lot of that is the speed at the linebacker position. A lot of these guys in college, they were safeties. They moved them up to outside linebacker to combat the spread offenses. And now we're seeing it in the NFL. Those same guys using their speed to make plays in the backfield, similar to that one.
Quick hitter here, it's complete. Give him 6 yards, and they do convert on third. Back now in Jacksonville. It's the Rams out in front here. They've got control of the football as well as we get set for the fourth quarter. Fresh set of downs here. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. And the offense readies for play number 10 of this series. And now they're in the hurry-up.
All right, now look at 56. Lucky 56. Detroit! Here we go now. Gun! Watching that body.
Now with the play clock about to expire, we get a whistle and a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. And a really long drive here, and it goes on and on. And some changes here as the D-line separates some.
Leopard! Watching that body.
On second down, here's Goff. Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. Zero accountability.
So a big sack on second down. Now let's see what the offense has in store for third. From the gun on third down, Goff. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up fourth down.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
So on fourth down, Goff will yield to Greg Zuerlein for the field goal try. This will be from 49 yards out. And Zuerlein's kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So they settle for just the 3 there, but clearly anything helps when you're trying to salt one away here in the fourth.
Without a doubt, I think a touchdown would have been the final nail. But 3 does give them some breathing room and lets them build up a little cushion.
After the made field goal, Zuerlein back out there now to send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. Throwing on first down is Bortles. Caught out left side by Robinson. It'll be a gain of 8 yards, and it's a second down. A good start there on first down. They've got to have this drive.
No doubt about it. Down a couple of scores. They have to find a way to put it in the end zone. Chunk plays, explosive plays. That will be the key to this drive.
And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. Bortles to throw on second down. Sets up the screen to Robinson. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive. And quickly, they get to the line.
So many things have to come together just right for a screen pass to break for big yardage. The blocking, the timing of the pass to the runner, everything has to fit together just right. But on that play, the defense was able to disrupt things and hold it to a short gain.
Again, they'll throw with Bortles. Time for a break. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down. Offense coming up, needing 2 yards on third down. They run. Robinson. And he has the first down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45.
All right, it's football 101 to know that the quarterback controls just about everything on offense, but a lot of times what gets missed is that the center controls line play. He has to communicate to the guards and the tackles what type of front they're facing, how they're going to block it, and what adjustments need to be made sometimes on the fly as a defense will shift. Give the center a lot of credit because for the most part, he's got big defensive linemen over his face all game long that he's got to try and block and protect his quarterback.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. A great read, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Rams offense now making their way out to take over. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
So a loss of 5, and it'll be second down.
The defense won that play so fast that I think if the running back even had time to notice if anyone was there, it was just a blink of an eye, and there was a loss on the play.
And again here, we'll see the Wildcat.
Here we go.
Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. So the defense has put them in a tough spot. It's second and long. Here comes the D swarming to the line.
Let's go.
Goff going to throw it. Trying to lay one up deep. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Well, they went for the big play there, but that drop could really hurt their momentum.
So incomplete on second down. Now they'll look to convert here on third.
Lucky 56. Let's go.
Third and long. It's gone. Escapes the sack. He's going to try and go deep again. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by Tashawn Gibson. And they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line. Out comes the Jaguar offense now as they get set to take over. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because their confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
He's going to let it fly. So they took a shot on first down, but couldn't connect.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play. And guess what? They took a shot. How are you going to win it? And
it's caught. He's got it for a late touchdown. But probably a little too late. It would take a miracle of epic proportions if they're going to pull this one off.
And there's the touchdown that they needed, so they'll celebrate. But the guys on the sidelines, they've got to stay focused. The onside kick team, they need them to get the ball back.
Yeah, part one of the equation done. Now they need to convert and get that onside kick. So here we go now as the Jaguars will go for 2.
Green 90. Green 90.
They'll give it up to Ivory. But he will not get into the end zone. And that one hurts as it will remain a 2-score game here in the fourth. So time definitely not in their favor. Down 2 scores, but they'll try the onside kick. And that will get out of bounds. So that's definitely going to put a major crimp in any comeback plans they may have had. So now here are the Rams as their offense comes back out. Defensively, there's still 3 timeouts. Do you even need to use them at this point?
I think a lot of coaches do it anyway, and it seems like cosmetics to us.
Does it just send a message you're not quitting?
Send a message that you're not quitting. Let your team know you're going to battle all the way. And you're always hoping for that ultimate miracle that something will happen. You'll pick up the ball and score, and you'll have a chance one more time and maybe on an onside kick, but not likely.
Looking for Britt, intercepted. Picked off by Tashawn Gibson. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Out comes the Jacksonville offense as they get set to take over here. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves. They know that they need to score quickly.
Yep, 2-score game.
Onside kick and get the ball back and then score again. But they can't worry about the last 2 points. The only thing that matters is scoring quickly. Then they'll take it from there.
So after the INT, it's Bortles. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Tremaine Johnson. And he is out of bounds, but not before taking this inside the 10 to the 7. And the Rams now coming out on the field. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. There's an old saying,